Hello, Meoni here, and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV patch 7.3. Today we're looking at some new items added to the Mandeville Gold Saucer on this day, the 5th of August 2025, as part of patch 7.3. You'll find if you go to the prize claim vendor under the gear section, you will find, if you tick the recently added items, a bunch of new t-shirts. These are really interesting because essentially what you have is you have the Moogle t-shirt, which you might remember from other like a jacket design that we've had before, but we have like different sizes of them. So we have Moogle, we have the Chocobo t-shirt, and we have a Cactuar t-shirt, which I quite like personally. They are modern styled outfits. And then of course we've got the oversized version. So there's the original and then there's the oversized. So we've got slightly bigger, baggier t-shirts, which, you know, a lot of people like to wear in real life. And then we've got form-fitting versions. So something that is like super tight, you know, and has and a section of your navel visible, for example, on my character. So yeah, it's quite interesting to have something to spend MGP on. It might not be like the best thing in the universe for a lot of people, but I quite like the idea of having this, at least this motif, on t-shirts. So I guess the point is that we need to buy at least one of each and see what they look like. Alright then, so here we are in the Grand Cosmos on Explorer mode, so we can have a look at these. And let's have a look first at the Moogle top. Let me quickly just take off some of my gear. Doesn't matter about the rest of it. And that's what the basic Moogle top looks like. One thing to note here is that if you have necklaces, they sit on the top nicely, unlike a lot of other tops where they will completely cull out neck-related overwear items. So that's really nice. I think it's adorable, actually. I think it's really cute. Bear in mind, if you have a tail on your character, there will be a little bit of clipping. Obviously with Aura, Hrothgar and Mikote, that's going to be something you have to decide on whether you like or not. And then if we switch to the oversized version, pretty much the same story. Obviously this time we're going below where my shorts were. So there's my shorts. We're quite low down. I like the little Chocobo sort of sales tag thing on the bottom there. But yeah, oversized shirts, pretty cool actually. I think ladies call this the boyfriend shirt, don't they? Where they get something too big for them. At least I think that's what I've heard of that. And then we've got the tight fit version, which looks actually quite good on my character. Mostly because my shorts go above the navel area. If we were to take off my shorts for a second, you will actually see where that comes up to. So anything that's like that height will work, which means stuff like Dawntrails will easily work with this. But yeah, it's quite nice, isn't it, to have different size options available as opposed to just, you know, one. The only thing that I dislike is obviously that there isn't double dyes on these, but apart from that, they're pretty good. And obviously we've already looked at these in pretty decent detail. We've got a Chocobo emblem. There's not really anything too much else on the back. And for the Cactuar one, which I think might be my favorite outside of the Moogle. I think it goes Moogle, Cactuar, and then the other one. I think this is nice. Very nice. So let's have a look at how these dye then. As you can see, certain colors bring out details and some colors completely wash them out. The Cactuar, for example, looks to be better off with darker colors than it is with lighter colors. The Chocobo t-shirt doesn't really seem to be affected. And the Moogle one looks pretty good in anything that isn't black, essentially. Otherwise, your design completely disappears. Ultimately, the big question is, do you like modern t-shirt glamours? I see a lot of people talking on forums and Reddit and all sorts of places that they're kind of fed up of the modern fantasy stuff, which I don't know. I don't know if I agree with. There certainly seems to be a lot more of it, this sort of expansion. I think mostly because Dawntrail has kind of, you know, poked a hole in, you know, futuristic style. So even this to me feels more grounded than a lot of the Solution 9 stuff, which has gone you know, full-on cybernetic neon colors, that kind of thing. But I too would like to see a return of medieval outfits, you know, the PvP season stuff. The new PvP series is probably not going to be my favorite because the new outfit is a neon outfit, and I would have preferred a big suit of armor similar to how we had before. But I don't think these is necessarily bad. I can certainly see myself putting together a nice casual outfit. I mean, pretty similar to what I've set up here with these shorts, but I do like to have sort of class fantasy with some glamours as well. Let me know what you think about these, and I'll see you all next time for another video from 7.3. Bye bye.